Good day everybody, Vic here from POV Drive, bringing it to you 2026 Toyota Highlander Limited. And I have a very interesting take on this vehicle after spending some hours with this thing, and actually a few days, it's been a few days now. And I'm telling you, this is actually the best mid-size 7-seater SUV that your money can buy. And it's going to be the most reliable one too, with the best fuel economy and the best class features in the world. And let's get to it. First of all, let's just talk about the beautiful looking color that you see. This is the pearl white that you get from Toyota. It's not like a simple flat summit white there. And this is the standard fob that you're gonna get with this one. Toyota is pretty interesting the way they do things. They put a nice Toyota key with the lock and lock, and of course emergency button and a tailgate opener. And they put a name at the back of it, just to remind you what you're driving. In case you are having a couple of vehicles within your family that are Toyota, so you can identify which one it is. Right? But first of all, it's a limited package, which is the top of the line after the platinum. Limited and platinum is pretty much similar, but platinum is going to give you a little bit more features. So now, first of all, you'll get this nice chrome look at the front. You have the chrome at the bottom there too. You have the gloss black grille in between there, and that's just a sheer plastic. Understand? If you really punch that thing, you can go through it. Of course, don't do that mistake. You have the block heater socket right at the front here. You get a separate wire and you can connect your block heater there. Comes with, of course, front end sensors and all that stuff. LED lights there, and you have your fog lamps there. And when you go to the platinum package, which is going to cost you roughly $2,500 more, that's when you're going to get the upgraded lights as well. Now coming to the side here, instead of having the body match molding, you have the flat black, but that's okay. That just adds some aesthetics to it. And you have these chrome looking wheels. Behind that, it's your disc brakes, and the size is 235/55 R20s. And these are mountain plus snow, and of course, all season tires. Let's just stick to that, right? A lot of gloss black here, chrome plating right around there. Top of that is of course flat black. Looks really good. You have the power folding mirrors. As soon as you put your hand right there, it's gonna open up. This is a beautiful looking vehicle in my opinion. And if you'll come to the back, I want to show it to you. You have your regular lights at the back. It still looks old school. If you are from Asia, or if you have seen some cars in Asia, it's basically going to look like a Toyota Innova, or some other cars in other parts of Asia, like Indonesia or Malaysia and all those places there. The car looks good. It's a PHEV. It's just an HEV, not a PHEV. They don't make plug-in hybrids. You have the Highlander and Limited and all chrome plating there. And if you'll press this button, it's going to open up your trunk here. Now, the Toyota Highlander does not give you a standardized hitch from the factory. If they do, they'd be pretty cool. You'll have to put like a regular hitch behind this vehicle there. You can tow up to 3,500 pounds with the hybrid model. If you'll go to a strictly a gas model, you'll be able to tow up to 5,000 pounds. But if you'll go with the max output hybrid with the Grand Highlander, then you can do 5,000 pounds as well with more power. Now, this is the amount of seat that you get with this bad boy. You have your third row seats reclined, which is pretty nice. If 3 people are sitting at the far back row, they can have some fun there. You have 120 volt port right here to connect your phone if you like. And that's your regular tools right here in case you need to change your tires, and that's your block heater cord, right? Pretty typical stuff. And I want to show you one more thing. This is where your tool is to jack up your vehicle. Pretty convenient. I never see anybody doing that. It looks really good. Usually manufacturers just put it on the side there. Now let's just go and talk about what's really packing under the hood, because that's where the most interesting part is. All right, under the hood you get this 2.5 liter non-turbocharged, yes, you heard it right, which is paired to a hybrid motor, right? It is connected to the electronic CVT transmission, and it is an all-wheel drive system. Now, here is some interesting parts about it. 243 horsepower, 288 pound-feet of torque, amazing powers. It's an electronic CVT. When I say all-wheel drive, it's actually front-wheel drive, and on demand, based on the traction, based on the slippage to the back wheels, it can switch to an all-wheel drive. With that being said, your fuel economy is amazing. You have roughly about 64-liter tank, just so you know. I don't know it's in gallons. To all my American friends, don't be disappointed there. Your fuel economy is going to be roughly around that 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers for my Canadian friends, and over 40 miles per gallon for all my American friends, which is amazing. And now, talking about why this thing is going to be the most reliable one in the market. Just so you know, that 2.5 4-cylinder engine Toyota has been using from last 7 to 8 years. They used it for a Camry, they used it for a RAV4, now they're using it for a Highlander, and this vehicle is big, and they paired it up to the hybrid motor as well. But that being said, your main power source, which is your engine, is still the old school. You know what that means? Way less electronics. There is no turbo, right? So even though you'll be compromised at power because you'll be going 0 to 100 within like 8 seconds, big deal. You know, you have 7 passengers traveling with you, you don't really care, but this still give me the best reliable vehicle. Price point of view, as it is with the panoramic moonroof, leather seats, 7 seats, you're gonna be paying about $62,000 to $63,000. Now, talking about the dimensions of the vehicle. Now let's just talk about the dimensions real quick. The total width of this vehicle is going to be 76 inches according to Toyota Canada. The total height of the vehicle is going to be 68.1. The wheelbase is going to be 112.2 inches and the total length is going to be 194.9 inches. The total curb weight as it is with the hybrid system and 2.5 is going to be 4,600, just over 4,600 pounds, which is awesome. The basic warranty is going to be 3,000, 60,000 kilometers, which is your bumper to bumper comprehensive, and powertrain is going to be 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, and with a slight variant of some extra warranty for your hybrid systems as well. Now let's just get inside the vehicle so I can show it to you what's its packing and how it looks, and is it even worth it to spend that kind of money on this vehicle? So before I get inside, you have this blind spot detection, you have the heated mirrors, which is pretty cool. You come inside right here, you have the Highlander sill plate welcome you when you get inside. You have the Highlander all-weather floor liners, looks really cool. Power mirrors, all that stuff. You have this plasticky wood on the side right here, that's not really real. Memory seating. You have these beautiful plush leather seats that are really, really comfy with the lumbar support. And you come inside, this is how it looks like. I'm just gonna start this vehicle real quick here. Now you have this fully digital screen right there. There is no heads-up display in this one, but if you will get a platinum package, you will get the heads-up display as well. And of course, then going to be rear camera mirror here. In this one, you already have the upgrade where you have this full panoramic sunroof, as you can see, right? Both of these front seats are heated. And when you go to the platinum, you'll also get the heated seat for the second row. In this one, these seats are heated and cooled. Steering wheel is going to be your heated as well. Of course, you have the hands-free drive, the cruise controls and all that stuff in the world there. And of course, you have this big touchscreen with the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that kind of stuff. You only have the backup camera in this one. Again, when you go to the platinum, you get the 360 camera as well. Wireless charging right here. So if you have a small little iPhone, that'll fit, or if you have a big Samsung, you know, S24s, 25s, that'll fit there too. Plenty of space here. You have the DC port, USB-C, USB as well. Pretty cool they kept a USB as well, because you know how they like to do a few things old school for older people. Speaking of old, your old uncle will be really drooling over this Highlander because he doesn't want to spend too much and he wants a vehicle that's going to last him 20 years. Well, this is the one. Cup holders, you know, drive mode selectors, you only have the sport, normal and eco mode. Even in the sport, it's not going to change a whole lot. You're not going to go from 8 seconds to 6 seconds to 100. Of course, you have the EV mode, the traction and all that. And this is how you open up your center console. You press this button and it opens up. It's pretty deep. You can throw multiple different donuts there, or if you want to throw some snacks there, you can do that. Now, I'm going to adjust my seat in a way, the way I like to sit. This is how I like to sit. Perfect. I'm 6'2", 220 pounds right now. So shout out to me. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe because I'm trying to lose weight and hit more subscribers too. Now, let me show you what kind of space you'll get in the second row with that. All right, so here we are on the second row right now. I'll show you what kind of seat, what kind of space we are packing. So right now my knees are really touching. So if I have to fit a similar size person at the back, there is a latch on the side. I'll pull that and here it is. Oh, right there. I have the USB-C selectors, 120 there, little bump, cup holders, and no heated seat, but no sweat, no problem. Because on the side right here, I still have a nice shade. So I can have a little bit of an executive feeling here. Now, let me try to go to the third row seat and see what kind of space it's there. I can tell you this straight up. For a person like me, for a person with my height to sit in the third row, I will definitely lead a Grand Highlander because that's where you're going to have more room in the third row. That's going to give you another 5.5 inches. So if you want to check out a vehicle that has more space, that's your way to go. But I'm going to try to move my, fat ass here and see if I can fit myself. So just for an understanding, this is how I was sitting there. I won't be able to fit behind here. You can see where my legs are. I'm right in the middle. This is a little bit far front, I won't be able to fit inside. So a small kid might be able to sit inside, or a dog, but that's about it, right? You have the cup holders right here, little window here, that's it, that is heated, air vents right on top, but that's about it. That's the downside of this SUV. But for the third row, if you only have small children or a dog or a stuff to put down here, you'll be able to make it happen here. But a person like me won't be able to fit. And if you really want to come out of this situation, you can press this button right here and you can move this all the way forward and you can come out. And that's going to be a struggle.
Please try not to put that in the video. It's gonna look so bad. People gonna think I eat too much.
Now let's go for a quick drive so I can show it to you how this vehicle handles, what kind of power response and comfort response is. Right off the bat, this is how your turn signals are gonna sound like. My emergency lights are on, and this is how my honk is gonna sound like. Very polite, pretty Japanese in my opinion, right? And let's just step on it. That's the first thing we need to do. It's nice, it has get up and go. 0 to 100 is like 8 seconds plus. It's gonna take a while for you to get up to a speed. But good thing is that you have your hybrid motor helping you out with that. And if you'll be towing, anything like that, that's where it's gonna come in play too. The only thing is that since it's the eCVT transmission, it's not like a regular transmission where the gear shifts every single time your car goes up to a certain RPM or speed. It's just one gear that just goes, and it's an electronic CVT. That's just a weird feeling, and it's gonna take some time for you to get used to it. But if you're just a simple family man who's like, I don't really care that much, I just need to haul my 5 kids and my wife and possibly a little dog, you'll just be fine with this car because you have just enough features for this specific package and you'll be able to do all the justice. Now, heated steering wheel feels normal. Even though this thing is brand new, the steering wheel seems a little crooked, but that's okay. Maybe it's just a small manufacturing thing. Touchscreen, in my opinion, is a little bit smaller than what I have seen for the similar comparables in the market, but that's okay. Connectivity, all that stuff is there. Heated steering wheel is there. Usually vehicles with a heated steering wheel, they have a button on the steering wheel, but Toyota, they always like to do it on the dash. Not a problem, right? Cup holders, all this stuff. Vehicles feels good, feels smooth, and the seats are really playing a big role, I would say. They're comfy, and you really have that feeling when you drive this thing. Yeah, let's just try to step on this thing one more time. Here we go, look at that. So the power on the thing goes from charge eco to power there. The RPM, but it doesn't show what RPM you are going at because pretty typical, with the CVTs there. Handling is good. There was a little bit of a slippage where I just took a turn, and as soon as I pressed on the gas, I felt that my all-wheel drive system just kicked in. Before that it was just front-wheel drive, so the traction just stabilized. That was pretty cool. That's all I can say about this thing. It's a good car. For the money that you're spending, you're gonna get a decent value for a 7-seater. It's gonna last you a long time because you have the 2.5 4-cylinder engine paired to hybrid. Fuel economy is gonna be great, and you won't be really seeing a gas station that often. But with that, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on your way out. We'll love to hear from you what your thoughts are regarding this vehicle, and if this is something you're looking to buy, let me know. I can hook you up with the right people too. Thank you.